This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Taurus, I had some really heavy earth energy this morning and I was trying to figure out why. And Spirit has a message for you that was coming through very strongly, which is that it's time to do something differently. You're not getting a result because you're a little too set in your ways, apparently. Sorry to say that. But yeah, it's time to seek alternative solutions to your problems, to your decisions, but basically you keep making decisions the same way or you keep doing things the same way and it's leaving you stagnant. And that stagnant energy is so heavy right now. I think that's what I was picking up on, is like an energy of stagnation or stasis, but genuinely just this feeling of being really, really stuck. And you may have a decision ahead of you. I did get the Two of Swords card, so you are trying to make a decision about moving forward, but it almost feels like you don't see that there's a decision to be made. And so I think Spirit's telling you, hey, you need to make a decision. You don't know there's a decision in the offing because you just keep doing things the same way. But it's time to decide to do something different. And when you make that decision, make the decision in a different way than you normally would. It's kind of like if you are at, a turn, you always make right turns, but now it's time for a left turn. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it is time to do something different. And again, I don't think that you have a decision to make, right? And Spirit's saying, no, you need to change something. And in order to change something, you need to decide to change. Okay? But we definitely got this vibe of seek alternative solutions, make a different decision than you would normally make. And what's interesting is look at the picture on this Two of Swords. It almost looks like those two swords are equally balanced, and so she doesn't know what to choose. Well, we also got the Temperance card, which is all about balance. And then we got the Justice card, but on the Justice card, look at it. It's these two scales. And on this one, the sun and the moon weigh the same. So there's really something about stasis and balance here. And I'm going to say this, it's almost like this much balance is holding you back. You actually need to swing things in one direction. I know that's crazy, but we got these three cards that are all about balance, but they're also tied to this Two of Swords energy. So I think what Spirit is saying is there's too much A or B, and this seeking an alternative solution is coming up with a third alternative. You know what I mean? So it's like when you're trying to make a decision with your partner and it's like, I want this, and your partner's like, I want that. Well, you guys need to come up with a third alternative that you can both agree on instead of trying to figure out who wins and who loses. So that's actually what's going to move you forward, is coming up with that third alternative. Like if you're like, well, I don't know if I'm going to turn left or right. Okay, go straight, turn around, do something different, right? Do something different than you would normally do. And there's a lot at stake for you. I'm speaking very passionately because we've got big King of Coins energy at stake for you. We've got Big Daddy money on the line, and you are not getting into Big Daddy money because you're just continuing to swirl between the same two things, and you haven't found that third alternative. You haven't gotten yourself unstuck. But when you get unstuck, Big Daddy money is waiting. That's you, okay? So you want to step into this life of abundance, time to do something different. And we see this really keeps coming through for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, because we also got honoring cycles and we got the Wheel of Fortune. For some reason, you are so grounded, you are not letting the wheel turn. You are not letting this cycle end. You are not letting yourself move forward. It's like you're still stuck in a same pattern and in the same cycle. But the wheel has to turn. In order to get something new, you have to let it change. And so maybe this is a time, and maybe you can get yourself like mentally and spiritually unblocked, because we're about to move into the changing of the seasons. And so maybe use the change of the seasons to renew your own energy for change. Embrace the turning of the seasons and see yourself moving into a new spring of your life, Taurus. You don't have to do everything the way it's been done. You don't have to have everything the way you've had it. You can release this heavy energy and literally physically see yourself stepping forward, like step forward into spring. Do something to get yourself unstuck. It's like the wheel keeps trying to turn and you're holding on to it so tight, Taurus, you're not letting it change, but it's time for it to change. Okay, we also got a bunch of sixes. So before I get into numbers, I want you to remember 6, because 6 is your energy right now. 6 is what is going to bring this change. 6 is your numerical sign at this point in time of the change that needs to come. All right, so we got the 6 of Wands, which is the recognition, the good news, the stepping into your boss energy. And so know that when you do start to make these changes, you will be recognized. You will be rewarded with success. And this success is a stepping stone on the way to that King of Coins, the big money energy, okay? We also got the 6 of Coins, which is giving or receiving help, generosity. So you may need to accept help. Maybe as a Taurus, sorry, I keep getting notifications popping up. Maybe as a Taurus, you don't want to accept help. And so this is all about the cycle of help, the cycle of giving, the cycle of receiving. So Taurus, it's easy to be like, I don't need help. And then maybe you like get in a panic because something's like not going right. And suddenly you're like, oh my God, help me. And then it's a crisis. I don't know if you do that, but I do know some Tauruses who do that. But the point is that you need to give help and you need to receive help. Like you've got to stop being so stubborn about, I'm going to do it my way. You know, it has to be this way. Nobody understands. People can't help me. Like any of those negative stories, like knock it off. Like that is keeping you stuck. So 6 of Coins is all about the cycle of generosity, giving and receiving, and allow people to help you before it gets to the crisis point, okay? And we also got the 9 of Coins, which is you stepping into that luxury that we know you love, Taurus, no judgment. We know you love the luxury, but the luxury is there for you. And I feel like this is tied into the cycles as well and into balance. And so however you're balancing luxury for yourself, just inspect that and make sure it's working for you and your goals. Are you denying yourself? Are you doing too much luxury? That's a small part of this though. The other part of this is that you getting unlocked leads you into the luxury that you want. But it's also a reminder to step outside your comfort zone, right? Like you can actually have more luxury if you get out of your comfort zone. And for some reason, I feel like you're kind of just hanging out there, counting your coins and being like, well, this is good enough, but it's too comfortable. It's like you're not uncomfortable enough to change, but you can have even more. You can have the King of Coins. You can have even more luxury if you take a risk, Taurus, if you take a risk for once, the risk of changing, the risk of doing something different. So yeah, this reading is all about stepping outside your comfort zone and using the changing of the seasons to drive a change in your behavior. Look for the third alternative, take some risks, get outside your comfort zone, because big things are waiting for you if you do, or else stay stuck and stagnate. That's your choice, but I wouldn't advise it. Okay, so you got 28, I am a leader. And remember, we got that victory, reward, recognition, boss energy card. So 28, and do your affirmation, I am a leader. Maybe you've been afraid to step out in front and lead, and now's the time to take a risk and do it. Maybe that's what this is all about. 77, I am brave. Oh my gosh, I didn't even read these. I just pulled them and didn't read these, but I am brave. How perfect is that? You need to be brave enough to take risks. So do this affirmation too. I am brave, and look for your 7 sevens and look for your 2 8s. I am brave. I am a leader. Taurus, do your affirmations. And then 8 I am wealthy. Universe wants you to step into this energy of wealth and not comfort. Wealth and not comfort. 8 I am wealthy. That's what the cards are saying to you. All right, Taurus, I love you. Fellow earth sign, you've got this. Just get yourself out of this like comfortable stuckness and stagnation and get some renewed spring energy and just get out there, take some risks, be brave. You can do it. It's going to lead you to greater rewards, I promise. Okay, and remember, this is my only account, Mystic Moon Rising 1111. Don't fall for the fakes. I will not DM you for money. I'm not that kind of girly. So just please, please, please don't fall for the fake accounts. Report and block them. This is my only account. Okay, Taurus, I love you. Good luck.